guys, Chef Katrina here, and today we're going to talk about 3 mistakes that I most commonly see with bloggers, and I'm going to admit that I've even made these mistakes myself. So I'm throwing myself under the bus, but hopefully in that we can kind of get some new experiences and do a little bit of learning. So the first mistake that I most commonly see with bloggers is consistency. If you're going to be blogging, in all reality, it needs to have some sort of consistency. You need to be either doing it once a week, twice a week, daily, but there needs to be some sort of consistency, not only for you, but for your readers also. They should have an idea of when they expect you to blog, what content you're going to put out there. And the more consistent you are, the better it is actually for your overall ranking. You don't want to start up a blog then all of a sudden disappear from your audience, because they're going to be scratching their head going, gee, I wonder what happened to so-and-so. And I'm kind of guilty of this also. When I first started last year blogging, I started off really strong. I came out with a 90-day stretch, and for almost every single day for those 90 days, I think there was like 4 or 5 that I missed out of that 90s. I was blogging every day. Like, I couldn't put my head on the pillow unless I created my blog kind of a thing. So I had a lot of momentum going, and then I let it fall off. And in that, I was kind of wondering and scratching my head going, what happened to my traction? What happened to my audience? Well, I stopped providing value for my audience. I didn't let them know I was there anymore. So I kind of hurt myself in that respect. And so one of the things that I want you guys to avoid and not do is go ahead and be a little more consistent. Whether it's just once a week, that is consistent enough that your audience knows that every week they're going to expect something from you. And in this consistency that we're talking about, I want to quickly touch upon the fact that you have to tell your audience that you've created a blog post. The idea that if you blog, they will come really doesn't mean anything. You've got to socialize your blog. So after you create that post, after you hit that publish button, the most valuable thing you can do next is email your list. Let them know that you've created a new blog post for those that are following you on that one. And then also let people know on social media that you've put it out there. So post it to Facebook, post it to Google+. Use the social media tools you have available to you and promote your blog. Because this way, the perception is that you're going to be seen everywhere, but you're not necessarily everywhere. But it's one of the key components to blogging. The second thing about blogging is become a servant leader. Don't make the blog all about you, but how you can serve your audience. What are they struggling with? What are they looking for? How can you help them get on with their business, get on with whatever area you're looking for? As a network marketer, I know there are thousands of network marketers that are looking to build their business, right? They're looking for help. They're looking for a better way. And so through that's the content I provide inside my blog. I challenge you to do the same thing. No matter what arena you're in, think about what your audience is looking for, who your readers, and what information your readers want from you on a daily basis, and make that the focal point of your blog. Provide that value. Provide that service. When we do this, there's going to be a lot of comments. There's going to be a lot of interaction. I see so many people do this, but they don't comment back, right? So you get all these comments on your blog. Well, the whole purpose of your blog is that you need to create that engagement. So create engagement on your blog. Comment to your readers. If they send you a reply back in an email, comment. It doesn't have to be anything like hugely crazy. It can be just like, thanks for your input, or whatever it is, whatever the tone of the email they're sending you, acknowledge that. Acknowledge your readers. That's all we ever want, guys, is we want to be known and acknowledged for that. So the first mistake we talk about is, proactively create your blog. Be consistent in that. The second one is really commenting. As much as we talk about the servant leader, commenting is probably the second biggest mistake that I typically see is people don't comment back. Create that engagement. Find a way to follow up with your comments. Get engaged with that one. And if you're leaving a comment on a blog, subscribe to get that email when somebody comments back to you, because if you can continue having that dialogue, you're just building a stronger relationship with your readers. The third thing is that you should be creating content for your blog, but don't create content so much for SEO purposes. I'm not saying that SEO is dead, by no means whatsoever, but Google is starting to recognize the human aspect of the web. They're looking more so with Hummingbird. It's more about the social exchange. So who's liking, who's commenting, how are they sharing your content on social media? Google and the search engines are really looking more for that engagement. They want to know that there's value being put out there. And the more value, the more comments, the more engagement you have on your blog, instead of just going after those keywords, it's actually looking at that social aspect. So it'll actually raise your ranking in the search engines because of that engagement that you have. So here's a tip for those that come on here, guys. It's so important that you leave a comment down below and just give your 2 cents, whether you can say I like the video or the great content or whatever it is. But if you're stopping by a blog and you're reading something, the biggest thing you can do is leave a comment. Create that engagement. If you found value in a blog and you keep coming back to it over and over again, learn to build that relationship with the blogger. And I think that's one of the key ingredients that we all miss. And I know I'm not perfect myself, by all means. You guys, I told you I've made all these mistakes too. I've delayed, getting online. I've, been horrible at responding to people. Sometimes I write posts only for keywords, and I forget that at the end of the day, it's more about the relationship. It's more about using this blog as a way to communicate, educate, train. I'm really working on being a servant leader, helping you grow and build your business. So if there's anything you're struggling with, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to learn more about, how I can help you. If you have questions, anything I can answer for you. I'm really here to help you make your business better in any way that I can and within the extent of the knowledge that I have. So thanks, guys, again for joining me here on my blog. I really appreciate it. These were the 3 mistakes I'm most commonly seeing. Recapping them is keeping relevant content, setting up a schedule, getting social, sharing it out there, and responding to your comments or responding to your audience and making this about them. So I'm hoping you guys got a lot of value out of this video. Thanks again so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe to my blog. I tend to think I put out some really good information out there, at least for all those that are on here, because no one said different. But leave your comments down below. Tell me how much you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about online marketing, blogging that I can answer for you, I would love to do that. So thanks, guys, and who knows, you could end up as the next question in my blog post. Talk to you guys soon.